Good evening. I'm YAMO. Tonight's report examines how Muslim societies historically balanced faith, law, and economics, shaping stable governance for centuries. This story matters because it challenges the assumption that religious systems cannot support economic complexity. The historical record shows a more structured and pragmatic reality. From the early Islamic period, governance was a layered system. Religious principles provided moral boundaries, but day-to-day administration relied on law, markets, and institutions adapted to local conditions. Faith was not removed from public life, but it did not operate without structure. At the core was Islamic law, or Sharia, which functioned less as a single code and more as a framework. It set broad principles for contracts, property rights, taxation, and public welfare. Within those principles, jurists developed detailed rulings that responded to real economic activity, from agriculture and trade to finance. Crucially, legal authority was decentralized. Judges were trained scholars who operated independently of political rulers. This separation limited arbitrary power and gave merchants, landowners, and citizens predictable legal recourse. Courts enforced contracts, settled disputes, and protected property, reducing risk and encouraging economic participation. Economic life itself was largely market-driven. Prices were generally set by supply and demand, not the state. Governments intervened mainly to prevent fraud and monopolies. Market inspectors monitored weights, measures, and product quality, ensuring trust without direct state control of commerce. Public finance followed similar principles. Taxation was structured and limited. Obligatory taxes like zakat were for social welfare, while land and trade taxes were regulated to avoid excessive burden. This predictability mattered. It allowed farmers to invest, traders to plan routes, and cities to grow without fear of confiscation. Another stabilizing mechanism was the Waqf system, or charitable endowment. Private wealth was legally locked into public service, funding schools, hospitals, roads, and water systems. These endowments reduced pressure on the state while embedding social welfare into the economic system. They also ensured continuity, since Waqf assets could not be easily seized. Context is important. Muslim societies governed diverse populations across Africa, Asia, and Europe. Religious minorities were generally allowed to manage their own personal law and communal affairs while participating in the wider economy. This legal pluralism reduced resistance and supported long-term stability. The results were visible. Cities like Baghdad, Cairo, and Cordoba became centers of trade, learning, and administration. Long-distance commerce flourished because legal norms were widely understood and consistently applied. Economic growth supported cultural and scientific development, reinforcing the system. Why does this matter today? Because modern debates often frame faith, law, and economics as competing forces. History shows they can be integrated through institutions and limits on power. The Islamic model demonstrates that economic vitality does not require removing moral frameworks, and legal predictability can coexist with religious values. This perspective is often missing from simplified narratives that portray pre-modern societies as rigid. The evidence suggests otherwise. Balance was achieved not through idealism, but through systems designed to manage human behavior, resources, and authority over time. Understanding how Muslim societies balance these forces helps explain their durability. It also reminds us that successful governance depends less on ideology than on how power is structured and restrained. For History Watch, I'm YAMO. Good night.